Ah Ming walks into the dusty border town. The fabric of his worn robes flutters in the dry breeze, with each frayed edge showing a part of his past travels. His tired, dark eyes scan the sun-bleached streets and crumbling buildings, as if he is searching for a piece of his forgotten history, something he once valued but can no longer find. The air is heavy with the smell of sand and old memories, making his presence feel even stronger in this empty place. Whispers of love and legacy. Ah Ming enters a small hotel and notices its calm atmosphere. The creaky wooden door opens, releasing a faint scent of polished wood and home-cooked meals. He walks to the front desk where Su Lin, a young widow with gentle eyes and a warm smile, stands. With a humble voice, he asks for work in exchange for meals, hoping to find an opportunity in this charming place. As the days go by, Ah Ming settles into his new job. He moves smoothly through the busy kitchen, carrying plates stacked high with hot dishes, while he sweeps the wooden floors that shine in the warm light of the lanterns. With each task, he pays close attention to the lively activity outside. The chatter of vendors, the laughter of children in the streets, and the gentle sound of leaves in the breeze. Su Lin watches Ah Ming carefully work on each detail of his tasks. She notices how he stays calm, even with difficult guests. The uncertainty she felt at first faded away. Instead, she grows to trust his skills and appreciates how well he handles tense situations. One evening, a group of local thugs bursts into the hotel, creating a tense atmosphere. Their loud laughter quickly stops as they see the startled guests. The leader stands out. He is tall and has a scar on his cheek. He walks straight to Su Lin and demands money for protection that they claim to offer. His intimidating tone spreads fear throughout the once peaceful hotel. As tension fills the air, Ah Ming steps forward with confidence. His voice breaks the silence. His sharp gaze focuses on the thugs, making them uneasy. They start to lose their confidence as they feel his authority. With every clear word he speaks, the thugs back away, leaving their threatening words unspoken as if a storm is about to come. A few nights later, the thugs came back, looking more dangerous than before. Their eyes shone with hostility as they approached, making it clear they were serious this time. Ah Ming felt a rush of adrenaline and clenched his fists at his sides. He knew he had to stand his ground. There was no way to escape the confrontation ahead. He prepared himself and steeled his nerves for an unavoidable fight. Ah Ming finishes the fight with bruises and cuts but stands victorious, his spirit strong despite the pain. As the dust settles and silence follows, Su Lin kneels next to him. She carefully tends to his wounds with gentle hands. Each touch brings warmth between them. In that quiet moment, an unspoken bond starts to grow, connecting their lives in an unexpected way. As they enjoyed a late dinner, soft shadows danced around the table in the dim light. Su Lin couldn't stop her curiosity. Finally, she leaned closer to Ah Ming. In a soft voice, she asked him to tell her the truth about who he really was. Ah Ming speaks in a clear and steady voice, sharing his important story. He once served as the Prime Minister of the kingdom, a role that gave him a lot of influence and a vision for the future. His eyes show the weight of his experiences, hinting at the lessons he learned and the choices he made while in power. He shares his story of becoming well-known, starting with an adventurous quest to find the kingdom's long-lost treasure. This journey took him through dangerous landscapes and ancient ruins. Along the way, he showed great courage and resourcefulness. As a result, he gained fame and respect from his friends and the people of the kingdom. After becoming Prime Minister, Ah Ming aimed to create a better future for the kingdom. He was determined and developed clear plans to promote justice and help all citizens thrive. His dedication to improving people's lives inspired hope and a sense of purpose across the realm. The burden of power became too much for him to handle. It pressed down on him more and more. Corruption crept into his administration, and political schemes surrounded him like a dark cloud. These challenges tested his determination and the values he once believed in. The king's uncle wanted power and staged a betrayal against his own family. He tricked Ah Ming, forcing him to escape into the night with his heart racing as he ran away for his life. He speaks with strong emotion as he recalls the night he escaped the capital, helped by his loyal bodyguard, Zhang. He describes the dangerous winding road they traveled together, filled with uncertainty, that finally brought him to the quiet isolation of this remote town. A few days later, while walking through a busy market filled with the sounds of vendors negotiating and the smell of street food, Ah Ming heard parts of a quiet conversation in the crowd. He became curious and listened closely. He discovered a shocking fact. The thugs who attacked the hotel were not just random criminals. They were involved in a larger conspiracy connected to the king's uncle. This surprising link frightened him as he started to see the bigger danger that was hidden beneath the surface. Ah Ming wants justice, so he disguises himself to blend in with the townspeople. At night, he enters the dark alleyways and poorly lit corners of the town, where people whisper secrets. As he moves through this dangerous world, he carefully untangles a conspiracy that could destroy everything he cares about. Ah Ming stands before the townspeople with determination. His voice is steady as he urges them to unite and put aside their differences. He wants them to resist the threat that is approaching their homes. The urgency in his words brings a glimmer of hope. He describes what their unity could achieve against the rising darkness. When the situation seems hopeless, Zhang arrives, cutting through the tension with his strong presence. His unexpected appearance reminds Ah Ming of the loyalty and inner strength he used to inspire in others. The final confrontation happens in the town square, creating a tense atmosphere. Ah Ming stands strong, surrounded by determined townspeople as they face threatening thugs. The crowd murmurs anxiously, adding to the tension in the air. As the fight begins, their courage turns the square into a battleground where hope and defiance meet, ultimately changing the outcome of the conflict. Victorious after the fierce battle, Sulin hurriedly makes her way to Ah Ming, her heart swelling with a tide of emotions. She envelops him in a warm embrace, her gratitude radiating like sunlight after a storm. As she holds him close, she can't help but admire the bravery and unwavering determination that had driven him through the fight. As dawn breaks, Ah Ming gathers his belongings while the sky turns gold and pink. The cool morning air smells of wet grass and smoke from the town's fires. He knows his journey back to the capital will be challenging. With determination, he sets off, ready to face the dangers ahead that will test his courage and resolve in ways he cannot yet imagine. As he gets ready to leave, he looks at Sulin with strong determination. "I will come back for you," he says firmly, his voice steady and sincere. His words show hope and express his love, even though they must face the pain of being apart. Ah Ming quietly enters the Grand Palace at night. Feeling the cool air send shivers down his spine. His heart races with urgency. He moves cautiously through the dimly lit hallways, aware of the danger he faces. Eventually, he reaches the king's chamber and breathlessly warns him about a betrayal planned by his uncle. His serious words hang in the air, signaling the treachery that could threaten the kingdom. The public hearing reveals a conspiracy. Clear evidence and engaging witness testimonies expose the uncle's schemes, showing his deceit to the interested audience. The king was deeply moved by Ah Ming's loyalty and the sacrifices he made for the kingdom. He decided to bring Ah Ming back as an advisor. This decision restored Ah Ming's honor and gave him important influence in the royal court again. He was able to help shape the kingdom's future. In a small town surrounded by green hills, Sulin opens a letter from Ah Ming. As she reads it, she feels a warm sense of affection. The letter is filled with sincere feelings and invites her to visit the lively capital, where new adventures await. As Sulin closes the hotel doors for the last time, she feels nostalgic. The lobby, dimmed by memories of laughter and whispers, fades away as she steps into the busy street. She takes a deep breath and enjoys the lively sense of the city that offer new beginnings. With her past experiences resting lightly on her shoulders, her heart races with excitement and hope. Although the future is uncertain, the idea of a fresh start fills her with anticipation. Ah Ming waits at the Grand Palace gates, eager to see Sulin. When she arrives, a bright smile lights up his face. When she steps into his warm embrace, it feels like coming home. Their reunion is filled with happiness and shows the strong bond they have built over time. They stand together on the palace balcony, looking out over the vast kingdom below. The setting sun bathes the landscape in a warm, golden light. Their fingers are intertwined, showing their promise to stay united as they face the future. A light breeze plays with their hair and brings the sweet scent of blooming flowers from the royal gardens. The air is filled with a sense of hope and determination, reflecting the dreams they have for what lies ahead.